supposed to be about expression. So there's sometimes where I will when it's necessary. But a lot. I'm really against step sequencing because I studied also African drumming when I went to a Pasadena City College from a drum master from Ghana or Nigeria, I forget. So it's like I really I want something that's like thick and root rich in culture, and back in African drumming where a lot of these drums and stuff come from. Even the guitar, I believe, comes from Africa, and a lot of these instruments. Yeah, there was no metronome. There was no. There was no whatever. There was no. Rap wasn't or music wasn't notated. It might have been, but not like I don't think it was notated. It wasn't put in a time signature. All the things I learned studying music in school. So it's like I still use that, but I want to do both. I want music to be rich in roots in its culture. So I try to make it still move, but still within that step sequence sound. So I the way I make beats is the same way that I learned doing it with Mob Life, but I can replicate it in a DAW or whatever. So anyway, that is how that beat was sequenced. I'm not going to go into the full details of it because I don't want people copying my style. I did teach one guy somewhat, and that was the dude. Gosh, I don't remember his name. He's featured on the Killer Christians album. He played guitar and bass on the song Duo. Some kid, yeah, he was my neighbor at the Studios location in Green Street. Shout out to some kid. And I told him, yeah, I don't step sequence, and sometimes I do, sometimes. But yeah, it's I want music to be how it originally started and where it came from. But then I also do the full progression too. I can do whatever. So anyway, that's the first element of that. The second element of that beat was the West Coast synth sound in it that I used on the Model D. I played the beat. I think on the video I showed people me playing it on a keyboard, and I still have the video, but YouTube took my shit down. But I played the keyboard, and I said, let me do something different. I said, let me play it, the melody, and then drop it an octave while still playing the full pattern. The full whatever. I think it was like I think it was your typical 16 bar beat, maybe 32 bars. But I halfway through it, I went. It starts out high,